Hello, friends. In today's video, I have prepared for you another cool card trick, which is just awesome and will cause a lot of excitement and cool emotions in your viewers. The trick itself is not difficult. It is performed by absolutely any deck of cards without prior preparation. You do not need dexterous hands. You just take any deck from your friend, what you want, and just show this trick. It's an incredible trick that I'm sure you'll enjoy. The trick itself is not complicated. It has a little secret move that you have to do, but it's very simple and any beginner can do it. So just watch the trick to the end and let's see what it looks like. So the first thing we do is we take a deck of cards and shuffle it as we know how. Well, I'm an experienced magician, so I know how to shuffle the cards in a lot of different ways. I'll shuffle them, of course, and give our spectator the same opportunity to shuffle the cards. I give the cards to the spectator takes them just as well, shuffles them as he knows how, as he wants, and gives the deck back to me. So we're ready for the performance. I lay down a deck and ask my spectator to divide that deck into 3 equal piles. Well, let's say the spectator takes it, divides it like this and like this. We have 3 roughly equal piles. Now, my dear spectator, memorize the bottom card of any of these piles, absolutely any one you want. Well, let's say the spectator chooses this center pile, picks it up and looks at the bottom card, he memorizes it and brings it back. Now, dear spectator, after you have memorized the card, swap the other 2 piles that you didn't touch. Well, for example, the spectator takes and swaps 2 of these piles. Done! After the spectator has done all that, I turn around and just put the piles back together. I put the first one back together, I put the second one back together. Now, what do? I'm going to take and give some of the cards to our spectator to shuffle. And the rest of the cards I'll take and shuffle myself. I shuffle these cards that I have left. And the spectator shuffles these cards. The spectator shuffles as he knows how. Let's say he's shuffled. Now these cards can be folded and shuffled in the same way, yes, as we know how to do these different shuffles. These cards are collected, and of course we'll trim them. Now, dear spectator, I'm going to take this deck and lay it out like this in front of you. Notice that all the cards are shuffled chaotically. Now, I'm going to close my eyes, and I will move my hands over these cards, and with my hand, I will feel the heat from your card. When I feel the heat, I will feel hot, my hand will burn, then I will realize that here is your card. So I close my eyes with the palm of my hand and I start to move my palm. Okay, where are my cards? Here's the beginning of the deck. Here we go. It's cold. It's cold. 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 It's hot. It's hot. It's very hot. This is where we have the beginning of the deck. This is the end of the deck. It's cold. It's cold. It's cold. 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 This is where it's hot. This is where it's hot. This is where it starts cold. These cards can be removed. Okay, where's the edge? It's hot right here. It's hot. Cold. 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 So these cards can be put away too. These cards are safe to put away. I'm putting them away. I'm opening my eyes for now. There's only a small number of cards left. I close my eyes again and start to move my hand to the edge of the deck. It's cold over here. It's cold. It's hot over here. It's hot. It's very hot. It's cold here. It's cold. It's cold. These maps can be pulled out with no problem. Where are the maps? Here they come. It's hot. It's hot. It's hot. It's cold. These are the cards you can throw away. Now I can open my eyes. I only have 2 cards left. I realize this card is definitely not yours. I'm throwing it away. And this card that remains is, of course, your 9 of diamonds, which you memorized. So with my hand, with this magic hand, tactilely I realized that this is your card. That's such a funny card trick, friends, which we're going to learn right away. But before that, friends, please like this video, subscribe to my channel, write some comment, whether you like this trick or not. And of course, let's move on to the training. Hi guys, and welcome to learning this great card trick. Personally for me, this card trick was a find. And it was a finding not in the sense that I didn't know how to identify the spectator's card. I'm a very experienced magician, and I've certainly learned how to do this kind of thing. I was interested in the method itself. It was the first time in my life that I saw exactly this method of finding the card. The secret of the trick is based on the use of a key card, but it is the method of the key. It is the method of finding the spectator's card using the key card. It's unusual. It's the first time I've ever seen it. Now, when you watch the training, please write in the comments whether you have met such a method, whether you know it, or whether I am one such poor guy who knows nothing. So, let's watch. First, we take a deck of cards and shuffle it as we know how. I'm a magician first, so I shuffle the cards, I give them to the spectator. The spectator shuffles the cards exactly as he knows how. He has shuffled them, let's say, in various ways. So he's done all that, and now he's returning the cards. Now, your job as a magician is just to peek at the bottom card. So when the deck is given to you, you can either shuffle the cards again, and during the shuffle you can see it, or you can just, for example, turn the deck in your hands, and one little glimpse is enough for you to know what the bottom card is. In this case, it's the 4 of clubs. Then I put the deck on the table, turn away, and ask the spectator to divide the deck into 3 roughly equal piles. Doesn't have to be equal, by the way. Just divide it into 3 piles. That's exactly what we're asking the spectator to do. Well, the spectator, let's say, takes it and divides it. It's all done in front of our eyes. As a magician, I know that my key card, the 4 of clubs, lies in this pile here. Now, ask the spectator to memorize the bottom card. Any one of these 3 piles, whichever one he likes best, let him memorize that one. Well, let's say the spectator takes this one and memorizes this one. He turns over the center pile, looks at the 9 of clubs. That's great. He puts it back. Now ask the spectator to swap the other 2 piles that the spectator hasn't touched. The spectator takes the 2 piles and swaps them. That's good. Now I turn around. The magician has either been covering his eyes all this time or turning away. So I turn around and start picking up these piles. Starting on the left, I remind you, the spectator's card is the 9 of clubs. This is our key card here. Now here's where the 4 is on the right side. So we're picking up the first pile, put it down. Then we pick up the second pile, we put it down. And we make sure we do it with a ledge like this. It's very important. What is it for? The main thing is not to emphasize it. You don't have to keep the pile on the table for a long time. So that it lies like that, you don't have to do that. Put it down and pick it up right away. Here it is in my hands. Now, what happens is, I've got my key card here, I've got my spectator card here. I put the spectator card on my little finger. So I put it on my little finger and I move this pile over here. So I've got a single deck, but we've got a gap here. You can't see anything from this side. Then I count out the top cards and give them to the spectator. I say, please shuffle this pile. Now pay attention, folks. I'm going to do the secret move that we need to do to get the trick. We need to find out what card the spectator has, what card he memorized. We don't know that yet. So I take my thumb and middle finger on the corners of this deck, and I start to turn this deck, and my little finger pushes a part of the deck forward by itself. And I determine that this card is the spectator's card. Why? If your key card lies here, in this case it is the 4 of clubs, Then, accordingly, the card sticking out here, the 9 of clubs, is the spectator card. If it's the other way around, like this. Yes, if it's the other way around, like this. I see my key card here, and here I see a card I don't know. Accordingly, I conclude that this unfamiliar card is the card of our spectator. I immediately determine that it is the 9 of clubs. It may be that my key card is nowhere to be found. I look at these cards, this card, and this card are not familiar to me. I don't see my key card, so I conclude that it was the pile in which my key card was lying, that the spectator memorized. Accordingly, I conclude that the spectator memorized my key card, so his card is the 4 of clubs. That's the simple method we use, my friends. So our position now is as follows. I peeked, I saw this card, and I immediately pick up these cards and start shuffling them. I shuffle my stack. The spectator, of course, shuffles his stack. We shuffled these cards and collected them together. Now we can shuffle this whole deck again using different methods. And now we spread these cards on the table. I spread the cards on the table and immediately look for the spectator's card with my eyes. I find it right away. There it is, the 9 of clubs. I remember that the card is about in the center, so I say I'm going to move my hand over the deck and I'm going to feel the heat with my hand. That's where I'm going to feel the heat. That's your card. I'm actually closing my eyes. I'm not pretending. I'm not peeking. I feel the cards, I find the edge, and I start to lead with my hand. I say it's cold here so far, and it's very hot here, so your map is somewhere here. It's cold here. It's cold. It's cold. Cold. With my eyes closed, I move my hand a little bit over here, and I say these cards can be removed. I keep moving my hand, I find the edge, I start moving it, I move it over here. Well, I say, your card isn't here either, it's cold. These can be removed. I open my eyes, collect the remaining cards, and spread them out on the table again. I see that I have the 9 of clubs approximately in the center. I start to enter from this edge, I say, so cold. It's hot right here. And it's cold right here. Actually, these are the cards I can take out. Then I open my eyes and I have only 4 cards left, and one of them is a 9. So I start to move my hand. I say, here it's cold, here it's hot. I can do it with my eyes open. Then I take these cards, just throw them away and say, that leaves your 9 of clubs. That's the trick.